Twilight in Tennessee. A child vanishes. The sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the rolling hills of Hawkins County, Tennessee. 5-year-old Summer Moon Utah Wells vanished without a trace from her family's home on Ben Hill Road. Summer, a bright and cheerful child, was last seen by her mother, Candace Bly, around 6:30 p.m., watering flowers. Candace went inside for just a moment, and when she returned, Summer was gone. Panic surged through her as she searched frantically for her daughter. The garden, bathed in twilight, offered no clues, only unsettling silence. The Wells family contacted the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office, their voices trembling with fear. As darkness enveloped the landscape, the search for Summer began. Flashlights cut through the darkness as volunteers and officers combed the area. The Wells family, with their unusual name and guarded demeanor, had always been an enigma in the community. Don Wells, Summer's father, was a hardworking man, often taking on odd jobs to provide for his family. Candace, Summer's mother, was described as a quiet and reserved woman, her life consumed by raising 4 young children. The family kept to themselves, rarely interacting with their neighbors. Some whispered about their unconventional lifestyle, speculating about hidden secrets. Summer, the second youngest, was a bright spark in their world. Her infectious laughter and boundless energy brought joy to those around her. As the investigation into Summer's disappearance intensified, the Wells family faced the harsh media spotlight. The day Summer vanished began like any other in the lazy heat of a Tennessee summer. The children, full of boundless energy, played in the yard while their parents tended to their chores. Summer, clad in her favorite pink shirt and gray shorts, flitted about the property, her laughter echoing through the trees. Around 6:30 p.m., as the sun began its descent, Candace called Summer inside. The little girl, her hands sticky from picking wildflowers, reluctantly followed her mother into the house. Candace gave her daughter a quick bath, then allowed her to go back outside to play while she tended to the younger children. Summer, eager to return to her explorations, scampered out the door, her bare feet padding softly on the wooden porch. As dusk settled over the mountains, Candace realized she hadn't seen Summer in a while. A knot of unease tightened in her stomach as she called out her daughter's name, her voice echoing through the stillness of the evening air. Panic surged through her as she searched the yard, her heart pounding in her chest. The disappearance of a child is every parent's worst nightmare, and in the close-knit community of Hawkins County, the news of Summer's vanishing spread like wildfire. Neighbors gathered in hushed groups, their faces etched with worry and disbelief. The Hawkins County Sheriff's Office, a small department with limited resources, sprang into action, launching a full-scale search and investigation. Volunteers, their hearts heavy with concern, poured into the area, eager to do whatever they could to bring Summer home. They scoured the dense woods surrounding the Wells property, their flashlights cutting through the darkness, their voices calling out Summer's name, hoping against hope for a miracle. Search and rescue teams from neighboring counties joined the effort, bringing with them specially trained dogs and advanced equipment. Every inch of the area was meticulously searched, but Summer remained elusive, her absence a haunting mystery that deepened with each passing hour. The investigation into Summer's disappearance was complex and multifaceted, fraught with dead ends and conflicting information. The Hawkins County Sheriff's Office, faced with a case that had captured national attention, worked tirelessly to piece together the events leading up to Summer's disappearance. They conducted countless interviews, meticulously combing through timelines and witness statements, searching for any clue that could lead them to the missing child. One of the first avenues of investigation focused on the possibility that Summer had wandered off on her own. The dense woods surrounding her home were vast and unforgiving, and it was conceivable that a 5-year-old could easily become lost in the maze of trees and undergrowth. As the days turned into weeks, the possibility that Summer had been abducted became increasingly likely. Investigators began to focus their attention on potential suspects. both within the community and beyond. The investigation was further complicated by the intense media scrutiny surrounding the case. The disappearance of Summer Wells cast a long shadow over Hawkins County, leaving the once peaceful community grappling with fear and uncertainty. The idyllic image of their rural life, where children played freely and neighbors looked out for one another, was shattered, replaced by a chilling sense of vulnerability. Parents, once accustomed to letting their children roam freely, now kept a watchful eye on their every move. The carefree spirit that had once defined their community was replaced by a pervasive sense of caution. A constant reminder that danger could lurk in the shadows. Rumors and speculation spread like wildfire through the community, fueled by fear and the human need to make sense of the senseless. Neighbors, once bound by trust and camaraderie, now eyed each other with suspicion, their conversations laced with doubt and uncertainty. As the investigation into Summer's disappearance intensified, the Wells family found themselves thrust into the harsh glare of the media spotlight. Their every move was scrutinized, their words dissected for any hint of guilt or deception. Candace Bly, Summer's mother, became a focal point of the media frenzy. Her grief, raw and unfiltered, was broadcast across the nation, her every tear, every heartbroken plea for her daughter's safe return, analyzed and interpreted by armchair detectives and seasoned journalists alike. Don Wells, Summer's father, also faced intense scrutiny. His past legal troubles, including a DUI conviction, were dredged up and splashed across headlines, painting him as an unfit parent in the eyes of some. The Wells family, once united in their grief, found themselves increasingly isolated as the investigation wore on. The lack of concrete evidence in Summer's case fueled a whirlwind of theories and speculations, each one a thread in a tangled web of possibilities. Armchair detectives, true crime enthusiasts, and concerned citizens alike grappled with the mystery, dissecting every detail, every witness statement, every grainy surveillance image, hoping to uncover the truth behind Summer's disappearance. One of the most prevalent theories centered around the possibility of a stranger abduction. The thought of a predator snatching Summer from her own backyard, spiriting her away into the vast wilderness, struck fear into the hearts of parents everywhere. Another theory focused on the possibility that someone known to Summer, perhaps a family friend or acquaintance, was involved in her disappearance. The possibility of an accidental drowning was also considered. Search and rescue teams meticulously searched all bodies of water in the vicinity using divers and sonar equipment, but found no trace of the missing child. 2 years have passed since Summer Wells vanished from her rural Tennessee home, and the mystery of her disappearance continues to haunt the community and captivate the nation. The passage of time, while softening the sharp edges of grief, has done little to quell the burning questions that remain unanswered. Summer's smiling face, frozen in time on countless missing person posters, serves as a constant reminder of the little girl who was stolen from her family and the justice that remains elusive. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, which took the lead on the case, continues to follow up on every lead, every tip, every whisper that might hold the key to unraveling the mystery. Despite their tireless efforts, the trail has grown cold. The community, once united in their grief and determination, has slowly begun to heal, but the scars of Summer's disappearance remain. The Wells family, forever marked by the tragedy, continues to cling to hope, their faith tested but not broken. The unsolved disappearance of Summer Wells serves as a stark reminder of the vulnerability of children and the importance of vigilance. It is a cautionary tale, a stark reminder that even in the most idyllic of settings, danger can lurk around any corner. Despite the lack of answers, there remains a glimmer of hope. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation remains committed to solving Summer's case, their determination fueled by the belief that no case is ever truly closed until justice is served. Advances in forensic technology, coupled with the unwavering dedication of law enforcement, offer a beacon of hope, a chance that one day the truth will be revealed and summer will be brought home. It is a reminder that even in the darkest of times, hope must prevail, and that the pursuit of justice, though long and arduous, is a journey worth taking.